Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, man, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys is I had a couple people commenting about this, like, yo, Tristan, should I sell or hold the Jordan the Jordan Union 2 collaboration that recently dropped? And I do apologize, by the way, that I didn't make a how-to cop on this video. I didn't expect these to perform as well as they did, to be very honest, and I still think they do have a lot to drop in price, but I think the demand is there a bit, so I'll discuss it all. We'll get into it. So again, any of my Instagrams, any of that, you want to check them out down below, feel free. This summer I'm going to start trying to post a lot of different types of content, like sneaker related as well, but also like just my, regular stuff, like my life, things like that. Since some of y'all said you were interested in that, so, I'm here for that. I do live a pretty interesting life, so, I feel like I actually have a lot to share, so it'll be fun. Maybe some Twitch stream, stuff like that, really just trying to expand out there. And yeah, again, just subscribe, like, keep it very simple, road to 60K, and also let's try to hit 300 likes on this video, and I'll definitely hit y'all with another seller hold soon for some sort of pair. But long enough intro, I've explained a lot, and yeah, that's everything, so let's get into it. And I will also be giving an update on the Union Dunks in this video of all the pairs, just kind of discussing the progress I've been making since some has been made in that area. But of course, looking at these two, my favorite colorway between the two is the Union Rattan colorway. And you guys can see, actually, after its release day, both pairs went up in value. So you can see after its release day, people clearly were wanting to buy some pairs. They actually rose another $30, $40 after its release, since people were looking to secure pairs. So you guys can see right here, both pairs kind of have that same sort of thing, other than for the Rattan color. The Rattan colorway went up after its release. But the gray fog one also, you can see, had a little bit of a rise, and then obviously it's kind of been trending down, and that's pretty much what's going to be going on. My best advice for these two pairs is, if you have these two pairs right now, if you copped 1, 2, 5, 10, whatever it is, I just was trying to get my personal size in the Rattans so I could give a review, and let's just say it's sold out with less than a minute in my cart. So if you've been there, understand that feeling. That was pretty rough. Like, I was probably 10 seconds from checkout, and it wouldn't let me. And also, one thing too is I did have a pair of gray fogs ready to check out, and it wouldn't take my card. I know there was an issue with the Union and its payment methods, but it just wouldn't take my card. Like, I was there, I had the pair literally in shop pay, and it just wasn't letting, wasn't accepting my payment method. So that's just how it is. But I was literally there. I know I deserve a pair, but your boy didn't get one, and it's okay. We're not going to look at anything too look at it as anything too grand. We're just going to look past it for now. But overall, as a sell or hold for this release, my best advice I have is, if you have multiple pairs, hold this long term. Honestly, I think these could do pretty decent. I mean, they are a very basic pair of Jordan 2s, so I think that would take a while to make some progress, but it is a collaboration with Union. Nike's been loading up on those Nike Union collabs. I'm not sure on whether I should make a how-to cop for Union and Shopify websites, so let me know if y'all want something like that. I can definitely do a how-to cop for Union and Shopify websites, since I'm pretty good at getting through in Union and different websites like that. It's just I get unlucky in the sizes I go for. It tends to be like 9.5 is one of the first sizes that sold out, so it was very unfortunate for me that I did not get the Rattans. But best piece of advice: so either sell in advance now before pairs start landing in hand, just get your sell now, sell it at the high price, or wait until pairs land in hand, and then you can hold your pair if you want, from there. But my best piece of advice, of course, for the most profit, and obviously with the sneaker market right now, I made a video discussing it yesterday. We're in the whole sneaker market recession where people just aren't paying as much for sneakers, and they're not willing to pay as much for sneakers. But also the fact is that a lot of these pairs, it'll be random pairs that do pretty well, and you can see the demand is there on this one, though, since again it did rise after its release day. But also, if you go to something like a size 10, look, there's consistent bids and sales at 450 and above 450, so you can clearly see people. And look, this is from the 17th and 16th, so you can see people are clearly willing to pay the high price. It just depends on who you get the sale to. And I mean, this is a cool pair. I do like it. I think for some Jordan 2s, they did their thing, but I've never been someone that's been a massive Jordan 2 fan. So for me seeing this, I'm like, all right, this is just a regular everyday shoe. The only reason this one's hyped is just because of the demand behind it. But you can see what the gray fog ones are going for, almost $100 less. So you can see clearly which colorway has more demand at the moment. So again, I always try and do this because right now it is such a weird time in the sneaker market and in the sneaker game, to be honest. And this is what I'm doing with most pairs right now, okay? I've already explained recently in a video that I feel like buying sneaker investments right now is somewhat safe depending on the pairs that you buy. Obviously, you're buying pairs of, like things like Union Dunks. You're not going to lose on things like that because long term, over the summer, those would be good bets. I mean, go look at the pistachio colorway for the Union Dunk Low. It's going up right now, you know what I mean? But again, you have to think about the fact that that was the only pair that did not release on sneakers. So is it surprising that the Union, Dunk Low Pistachio colorway, that was also the first colorway that dropped of the 3 Union Dunk Low collabs, it's not shocking to see that one rising right now because it was first, had the least amount of pairs. It all makes sense, and it's also a fairly decent looking pair. But my opinion, honestly, so you've heard my opinion on the Jordan, 2 Unions. Just understand what I think. Either get that sale now in advance, get the most bread that you can, obviously, since prices are a bit inflated right now, since like no pairs have landed in hand. So either get that sale early or wait till pairs land in hand, maybe buy a pair or 2 more, wait like a week or 2, buy, you can wait, don't forget, you don't have to buy pairs immediately, wait a week or 2, see if something happens, and then, maybe go buy another pair or 2 just to make it a bit, of a safer bet long term. But that's up to you again. I really don't know what we're going to be seeing from the Jordan 2 from the rest of this year. I still know we got some Jordan 2s with Ahmad Benier to drop later this year, but these are alright. I really don't think they're anything crazy, but get that sale now in my opinion. So I would say sell now or hold long term. That's usually what I say with most sneakers like this that are collaborations. They'll do great over time, but it really just depends what demand is after the drop. And I think the Ratana is the only one that I could see probably rising, just because, again, people actually seem to be rocking with those one, and I do too. For some 2s, it's a clean colorway. They did their thing. Heading into summer, they're smart. So again, I did say I was going to discuss the Union Dunks, so let me get into discussing this and giving a little update on Union Dunks. So first things first here, the main thing I want to mention about Union Dunks. So this is the most stocked colorway for Union Dunks right here. The Argon colorway had the most pairs drop. So keeping that in mind, it's going to take the most time to rise amongst any of the colorways. I think the Lakers colorway will rise faster, and obviously the pistachio one is already rising, so I don't really need to say much more. But one positive thing I can say is, you guys see where these are selling at? These were at like $290 a week ago, so these have finally found, kind of their settling point. You guys can see a bunch of sales today already this morning at $310, $320. Yesterday we had a bunch of sales between $320 and $300. So you guys can see the price range has been found for this one right around $310, $320 for these size 10s. And if you go look at the rest, consistent bids. Look, people are consistently bidding around the ask price. So when you see people consistently bidding around the ask price, it means people are willing to pay. That obviously means they're willing to pay that price, but it means, the prices are slowly rising. When you see the bids slowly going up to people's ask prices and demands, that is a great thing, and that's what we're seeing going on with this. Give this until the summer. As I've mentioned this before, but this one over the summer will be doing well. I can almost guarantee it, just because of its wearability compared to the other colorways. I honestly find this one to probably be the best one, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I just think we have a lot of progress to be made in this one. Let me show you all the chart again. Look, we're at that point where it's kind of flattened and settled out. You can see it's actually got a little slight dip here from day to day, but honestly, we're at that point where we've kind of settled, flattened out for a little bit. We're done dropping, in my opinion, and eventually we'll be seeing a little something like this kind of reversed over, you know what I mean? Just, it's going to take some time. Maybe not as significant of a rise, so it'll probably be a little bit slower, but we'll be seeing a rise. Don't forget how hyped these dunks were before they dropped. Before they released, they were going crazy. Like, see, here's the Court Purple colorway, pretty much going for the exact same prices. Identical prices to the Argon colorway. And look at how this one's doing. Again, kind of flattened out, not making too much, crazy progress. But, obviously that Laker colorway was something that people were there for. You remember the discussion there. People loved these ones. So again, you can see these pairs are just kind of flattening out, and eventually, so you go look at the prices for these pistachio dunks. They're almost $100 higher in most sizes. Like 11.5s are $100 higher than they are for the Argon and Laker colorway or Court Purple colorway. And you guys can see what they kind of did. Look, here's what they did. You see for a bit, look, quite a while, couple weeks, again, they were just chilling, slowly rising, not making much progress, maybe $5, $10, and now all of a sudden you can see almost about a month after the release, we're finally seeing these ones rise pretty well. So I think we will see a similar situation with the Argons and with the Court Purple colorway, but it'll be a bit slower and not as grand of a rise. I think for the Argon ones, we could see a really good rise since demand is so heavy on that one. We just need demand to basically go over sales, and once that happens, then there won't be enough pairs to sell to people, and then it'll rise. But it just depends on how many people are willing to hold their pairs too. Hopefully there's a lot of people holding the Argon dunks. If that's the case, then they'll rise really well. But that's everything I need to mention. We'll see a slow rise, I think, on the Argon and Court Purple dunks, and of course for the Union Jordan 2s. Just, patience will be your best thing. If you want to hold it long term for like a year and forget about it, get like 2-3 pairs, throw them in the vault, come back to them a year later, be like, oh, these are doing really well. I made like $600 just throwing these in my closet. Again, that's something y'all can do, but it's up to you. It's really up to you. Again, if you just got your personal pair and you're deciding whether to hold it or just wear your pair, I'm going to give you the best piece of advice. Just wear them. You won't regret it. Unless you don't like 2s. If you don't like 2s, then move on. But again, or if you like the dunks, wear the dunks too, though, because again, the prices are low on these. A lot of shoes are down in price right now, but that's not going to last for long. That's really how it is. So again, a longer video, but hopefully a lot of details. Hopefully this was understandable, made sense to you all. And again, of course, you can subscribe and like for more content like this, anything like this. Of course, I'm willing to help you guys out. Like goal, I know I said it was 300 likes. If we could hit that, that'd be dope. And yeah, that's really everything I need to mention. Leave any questions, comments, videos you want to see down below. If you have any videos you want to see me do this summer, it could be sneaker related, random content, anything, let me know down below. Any Twitch streams, again, I'll probably just be doing, you know, some regular like one-on-one like Twitch stream thing, you know, where I'm here and then just talking with the camera, play some video games, something like that. I gotta figure it out, but yeah, that's everything that needs to be mentioned. So I'm ending this. Check me out down below, any of that. And much love, guys, as always. So stay tuned for more content in the future. I'm Tristan, and hopefully I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Man, this not the end. Locked in, I'm so locked in. No printing. Man, this not the end.